In the heart of ancient Rome's tumultuous history, amidst the clanging of shields and the roar of warriors, stands a figure whose valor would echo through the ages, Publius Horatius Cocles, revered not merely for his bravery but for embodying the very essence of Roman resilience. Horatius's defense of the Sublician Bridge against an overwhelming Etruscan force is not just a tale of military prowess but a poignant representation of the indomitable spirit of early Rome. With the Tiber at his back and the enemy thundering towards the vulnerable heart of the Republic, Horatius's decision to face this tide of adversaries was not only strategic but profoundly symbolic. He became more than a soldier at that moment. He became a linchpin in the storied legacy of Rome, setting a precedent for what was expected from its protectors. Publius Horatius Cocles, often simplified to Horatius, occupies a fabled niche in the pantheon of Roman heroes. While historical records blur and blend the lines of fact and fiction, it is believed he lived during the early 6th century BC, a period when Rome was evolving from kingdom to nascent republic. It is this transition, fraught with political experimentation and external threats, that casts Horatius's actions in particularly stark relief. The moniker Cocles, deriving from the Latin for one-eyed, speaks to an injury believed to have been sustained in battle, marking him not only as a warrior but as one who has already sacrificed for Rome. In the annals of Livy and other ancient historians, Horatius is often depicted at the juncture of myth and reality. These accounts, while sometimes divergent in details, converge on a clear picture: a man who, when faced with daunting odds, chose to confront them head-on. Standing on the Sublician Bridge, the primary crossing point over the river Tiber into Rome, Horatius and two companions initially repelled the advancing Etruscans. It is at the climax of this confrontation that Horatius's true valor shines. Upon realizing the strategic necessity of destroying the bridge, he orders his comrades to retreat and commence its demolition, even as he remains to cover their actions. The attempt by the Etruscan king Lars Porsena to capture Rome stands as a critical moment in Roman history. Porsena's campaign has been variously interpreted by scholars as either a bid to reinstate the recently deposed Roman monarch, Tarquinius Superbus, or as a straightforward attempt to expand Etruscan influence. In either scenario, the strategic importance of the Sublician Bridge cannot be overstated. As a lone wooden structure connecting Rome to the Etruscan-controlled regions across the Tiber, its possession would have been tantamount to controlling Rome itself. It is here that the narrative of Horatius becomes intrinsically linked with broader tactical considerations. Livy describes how, recognizing the catastrophic impact a breach would have, Horatius positioned himself to hold off the Etruscan forces. This act was not merely about physical defense, but also about buying crucial time for his fellow Romans to render the bridge unusable to enemy forces. The destruction of the bridge, facilitated by Horatius's stand, thus emerges as both a literal and symbolic barrier against invasion. It portrayed not only the military ingenuity of the early Romans, but also a collective ethic of sacrifice for the greater good, an ethos that would be continually evoked throughout Rome's history. The tale of Horatius Cocles did not merely survive the erosion of centuries, it thrived, becoming emblematic of the Roman ideal of virtus, a complex term embodying courage, virtue, and manliness. Cemented in Roman education by its inclusion in texts like Livy's Ab Urbe Condita, the story of Horatius has been a fixture of Roman cultural transmission. Its emphasis on individual heroism serving the communal interest resonates with Roman societal value frameworks. Moreover, the legend of Horatius has transcended the confines of historical fact to become a part of a larger folklore celebrated in arts and literature across epochs. This hero's story has been refashioned in various forms, each iteration adding layers to his mythos and adapting its significance to new contexts and audiences. In this way, the legacy of Horatius Cocles is not confined to his time, but continues to inspire and instruct. His bridge, once wooden and now metaphorical, still stands as a powerful symbol of resistance and duty, urging each generation to consider what they too would defend with such steadfast courage.